Hey guys, welcome back to Wild Tracks. You're at the right channel. You just caught me here riding my motorbike at the local trails. Excuse my colorful apparel. Now recently I posted a video of me doing a stealth camp in Palm Beach in New South Wales, Australia. And while I was at that beautiful natural reserve, I also took the opportunity to practice the use of an improvised climbing harness. The system that I'm using and demonstrating in this video is referred to as a Swiss seat. It is a decent alternative way of tying yourself into a rope. However, none of the things I'm showing in this video should replace a certified harness and belaying device if you have access to it. So my recommendation would be, and I'll need to stress this, only to use any of these systems and approaches and techniques in situations of an emergency. I had to use this actually once in the field many years ago, not so much for myself but to help someone off a very steep, long, tricky and wet rock surface. The person had very low confidence and not the strength and the confidence to climb down. So with an offcut of rope that I had with me to tie anchors, I actually created a Swiss seat for that particular person. And also applying the Munter Hitch, we were able to get the person down safely. So in this video I show you how to tie the Swiss seat, how to use the Munter Hitch to descend from a tricky, slopey rock surface. Obviously, generally when you rappel or abseil, you have all the proper equipment. Decent rope, belaying device, screw lock, carabiners, a decent harness, and all the other kind of things you need, maybe a prusik. So what I'm going to try to do is using an improvised harness, what they call the Swiss seat. So I'm going to use some webbing materials like this to create some sort of harness, and then I use the Munter Hitch with carabiner to kind of belay myself down. I'm not gonna abseil over a cliff. I'm gonna use this slope. This is quite comparable to what I did many years ago, although it was way longer. I got a 10-meter rope with me, so that's gonna be a little tricky. Gonna use a single rope. There are some small trees. I just test them. They are small but they very firm. I'm going to use both of them to create an anchor point, and then hopefully my 10-meter rope is long enough to reach where that point is. I have to be careful, there's a little bit of a gap, but I'll probably stop just before it. And again, it is just to test out the system. Alright, so I wrapped a sling around the two small trees, tied a figure of 8 knot in my rope. Alright, so that's secure. Now we have to create this Swiss seat. I'm using this webbing, obviously you can use rope as well. I need about 3 meters to make it work. This is a little bit longer. Alright, so see if I can still do it. You start on the side opposite from your braking hand. Now I actually alternating between left and right, so I just pick one. You bring one side of the rope or webbing material to the side and you wrap it around the other one. I do each side once like this, and you tied it. And now you have to put the webbing material between the legs and you grab it like this. You tuck it under and over, obviously both sides. Something like this. Then around for the half hitch. Right, tighten that, and now you bring that to a side here, and you use a few overhand knots or flat knots actually to tie it off. Grab your carabiner, put it through and tie it. Okay, alright, so next step is the Munter Hitch. So to create the hitch, grab the rope, turn it up, turn it once more. Now bring the carabiner through the loop and to the back of the rope, and it will, the knot will return, but it falls into the Munter hitch. Alright, so we're gonna attach it to my Swiss seat like this. Okay, now very important, braking side of the rope, in this case my right here, is away from the gate. Otherwise it starts pushing pressure on the gate, which is structurally your weakest part of the carabiner. But this is the setup. Improvised harness, also referred to as the Swiss seat, and the Munter hitch. Okay, so we're going to use it now just for the slope just over there. That's it. Well guys, that was a quick demonstration how to use an improvised climbing harness and the Munter hitch. I need to stress though, these systems and techniques are only to be used in an emergency situation where you have no access to a proper climbing harness or a belaying device. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did so, please give it a thumbs up. It would be fantastic if you subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you next time.